So I feel, see, every industry comes with its uniqueness, right? Uniqueness of culture, of the kind of audiences, the kind of emotions that the general public sort of likes in films, and I feel that is the only stark difference. Otherwise, um, no film industry is different. Different. I am of the opinion that cinema is a global language. Always takes that one first film to break the barrier, which was Bahubali, like you yourself spoke in the beginning of the interview. The success rate of any industry is similar. Like I said, I don't think there's too much difference, right, in any industry. It's either you're working with a good team or you're not working with a good team. I wanted to do more, challenging roles or different roles, whether it was a Dr. G or a runway or a Chhatri Wali, or something that is challenging me as opposed to just commercial films. I'm not saying I don't like commercial films. I love the Nach Gana, but you want a little more meat to your films also after a certain point. Hima ji or Sri Devi, they had such amazing roles. Madhuri ma'am, Kajol ma'am. So somewhere in between we were lost, and now so passion goes, passion comes back. Kind of films go, they come back. It's an evolving change taste. Today, it's not about just theatrical releases, but the good part is that because of OTT, you know what is happening everywhere, or even Malayalam for that matter. It is a smaller industry as compared to Telugu or Tamil, but they make amazing films. Cannot cover this in a 20-minute conversation.
Perfect. So, Ripple, thank you so much for joining us today. So,
Thank you.
Of course, you will be gracing the cover of Masala for November. So,
Yes.
now there are lots of things we wanted to talk to you about, but time is limited. And also, there is one specific thing about your career where I wanted to actually zoom in and specifically discuss that, because you are one of so very few actors who can who occupies this vantage point of having worked in at least 2 or 3 industries over several films, right? So, of course, you've been in Bollywood, you've done several films in Hindi, but you've not just done the one odd crossover film, but you've done several films in
Telugu and Tamil.
Telugu industry. Exactly. So now, I think ever since Bahubali, there has been a steady rise, but of late, the Tamil, Telugu industries and after KGF, the Kannada industry, they have just skyrocketed. So we wanted to get your perspective about a lot of things about these industries, the difference in cultures, what do you think caused the rise? So we'll just focus on this aspect. Yeah.
Yes. So I feel, see, every industry comes with its uniqueness, right? Uniqueness of culture, of the kind of audiences, the kind of emotions that the general public sort of likes in films, and I feel that is the only stark difference. Otherwise, no film industry is different. Different. I am of the opinion that cinema is a global language. And, we've had cinema from the days of silent films where people used to watch without any language. And we as Indians also consume a lot of Western content. Now we're also looking at the Spanish content and so much more. So I feel like language is no barrier, and there is only one human emotion across languages and borders. And there's no such difference. And if I have to still pick out one difference, I feel like in the South, at least when I was working there, was early call shifts. We would do like start shooting at 6 and then pack up by 6 in the evening. So it was an early call time. Again, a 12-hour shift, but when you psychologically wrap your day at 6, you still feel that you have 2-3 hours to yourself to unwind. I think that's the only technical difference. Otherwise, I feel that every industry is amazing. I've had the opportunity to work with such amazing makers. Like today, people know about Pushpa or are excited about Pushpa 2, but I've had the opportunity of working with Sukumar sir and so many more such directors, right? And I feel that there is just the nativity is different, so the approach to cinema is a little different. But having said that, I think every industry is amazing, and we in India are so diverse culturally that it's beautiful that today we're in a day and age that crossover of cinema is happening.
But why is this restricted to two or three industries from the southern parts. I mean, why are we yet to see a Bengali film do what a Salar or a KGF has done, or a Bhojpuri film or a Gujarati film? Why do you think this is restricted to these places?
It always takes that one first film to break the barrier, which was Bahubali, like you yourself spoke in the beginning of the interview. Bahubali sort of bridged the gap and showed to a larger audience what Telugu cinema had to offer. KGF did that for Kannada cinema. So actually, if you look at it, it's not we just say, oh, South, but they're different languages, right? And they're as different as Punjabi and Hindi. Like they're very different languages. So KGF was the first one for Kannada films, and then of course Kantara found its way, and then for Tamil films, I think it was Terry or one of those Vijay's films. Still not had a straight direct release. If you look at it, it's just the dubbed versions have done so well, or they've been remakes. So I feel it always takes baby steps in that one film to sort of blur the lines. And I'm sure, see, Bengali cinema today, or Marathi cinema today, or even Punjabi cinema is making some great films. So
Sorry to interrupt you there. You mentioned Marathi cinema because we saw Sairat and that really crossed over, but that momentum has not quite been sustained the way we are seeing in.
yeah, also it's a lot of I feel like there are a lot of precursors to that, right? I mean the number of audiences that watch the film, the money in the industry, the kind of budgets that the films are being made on. I am actually no like too raw on information to really be answering that much technical details on why, because I feel like the industry also that scale of films needs to come in to reach out to that many people. Creatively beautiful, or even Malayalam for that matter. It is a smaller industry as compared to Telugu or Tamil, but they make amazing films. Now, how do you have the reach? You'll have the reach when there's more budget being put on. I'm sorry, when there's more budget being put on those films, when the release is more massive and more across the country. So I feel today it's not about just theatrical releases, but the good part is that because of OTT, you know what is happening everywhere. So even if it is Marathi, or even if it is Bengali or Punjabi, like I was saying, people know what's happening. And that is the beauty. It's not the medium that it comes through, it's the content reaching across borders.
Absolutely. Also, do you think it's a fair way to understand this if we were to say Telugu cinema, Tamil cinema, they're filling a gap which Bollywood has left, perhaps because Bollywood evolved to a point where audiences' taste had not yet evolved, and the hardcore masala entertainers that Bollywood once used to perfect, we somewhat stopped seeing that in Hindi, but that's not quite, I mean, that's still very much.
So I'll tell you what. See, when you ask me that question, also you categorize all four different industries into South, right? You say it's a South films. The success rate of any industry is similar. So I think, yeah, because we just okay, sorry, but I'm going to be honest. This is my opinion, and I could be absolutely wrong, but I feel that we just love pitting industries against one another. I feel like too eager to pit against one another, too eager to put down the industry, too eager to, like, what becomes the truth is the narrative. And when the same narrative is repeated over and over again, it feels like it's reality. But if you look at the facts, it's completely something else. The last Telugu film that made so much money was Pushpa in Hindi, or a Salar. Last year, we've had Animal, we've had Gadar, we've had Pathan, we've had Jawan. You tell me one industry that has had 400-500 crore hits, and then tell me, are we not making films for the masses? You can't collectively put four industries together and say, okay, Telugu and Tamil and Malayalam and, Kannada, they're a different identity.
Of course. I mean, I'm actually originally from Karnataka, so I understand that
Yeah, exactly. So you'll know, like you can't say, oh, South films are making. Kannada used to be making very different films till the time KGF came in, and then Kantara happened, and now the scale has grown, right? So I feel like ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Everybody has the hit rate. Everybody, everybody's out there to make a good film, and we are enough population to cater for every kind of audience. Yes, the problem I feel today is that the city audience is divided because there are more ways of sort of relaxing and spending your weekends as opposed to a couple of years back, and entertainment has sort of taken a little backseat because of the availability of OTT, where you feel that, okay, if this is and pricing is really expensive. So that is the question that we should be, I mean, ticket price is off the charts when it comes to Hindi films. And in the South, there is a certain cap on what the theatrical prices are going to be. Now, that's a conversation that I feel is more important, because when you have National Cinema Day, same people go and watch the film. So it's not that your film is not bad. Affordability is a question in the metro cities, especially post-pandemic. Are you going to spend 5,000 on a weekend in a family of 4, or are you going to save that money for your child's education?
Of course. And so the objective here is to not reduce a very complex issue into a few simple talking points of Hindi versus Telugu. Or,
Yeah.
but ultimately, I do feel there are lessons Bollywood or Hindi films should or we are trying to learn, and there are a few missteps perhaps, there is some course correction, but there is something because there are certain, for example, one thing that is often said about, and I do feel there is some truth to that, is the fact that the lack of rootedness in Hindi films, which is completely not the case with, say, Telugu films or Tamil films. So for now, let's say Telugu films, whether successful or not, or extremely successful, or even if it's a good film or a bad film, it's very hard to see a Telugu film that is not authentic and rooted, but that's pretty easy to see Bollywood films fall into that kind of trap. So there are things we can learn from them. Yeah.
So because you're also catering to a larger audience, right? You tell me, a person in Bandra or a person in Juhu, and I'm not taking sides here. I think like every industry is amazing and doing the amazing work, but you wouldn't even know the city drawback Telugu films that are not releasing nationally. So you wouldn't even know what is the collection that those films are making. I've been a part of such films as well, and so many more people. So many love stories that are very urban, may work, may not work. You don't always, there is no set formula to making a film. And also with Hindi, it is tougher because there's a larger speaking audience that they have to cater to, and different sort of societies. So Bandra, Juhu, or your city, or absolutely metro will love a Rocky Rani, right? And then there are masses that will love a Gadar. But there are that many more people to please, right? So you can't always please everyone with one film. Having said that, both the films did well. Now, of course, the scale of a rom-com will always be limited. Now, that's a conversation. The scale of, not every genre has unlimited 1,000 crore recovery, right? I agree to what you're saying to some extent, that yes, the films feel more rooted. But you tell me, in a city like Maharashtra, what is Maharashtra? It's a city of people from all over the country.
Hindi films need not be rooted. For example, Satya was rooted in Mumbai and Maharashtra. There could be a film rooted in UP, and they could both be Hindi films. But yeah, there are films that are perhaps not connected to any part of India, is what I'm trying to say.
Let me just tell you that I feel everyone is out there to do the best that they can. Some films work, some films don't work. Nobody is putting in crores of money to make it a disaster, right? Everyone is trying to, the same kind of films, whether it's Dil Chahta Hai, which is not rooted. There was a phase that Dil Chahta Hai worked. Why? It was very city, very urban. Or Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara worked. Gully Boy worked. They're very different attempts. So you have to keep trying. You'll succeed in some, you won't succeed in some. It can't be a shortcut formula of, oh, let's make a mass film and, make some numbers, and that is creativity. You succeed, you fail. That's life.
course. Actually, yeah, there are a few more things there, but actually, I want to move away from this specific topic because we don't have too much time to actually your journey in, because ultimately this is a cover interview of yours. So we want to talk more about your journey in these two industries. So as an actor, what differences have you perceived apart from, of course, the early shifts and what in terms of how, say, for example, how we want to pitch yourself a performance to a film, say, made with made in Telugu versus Hindi. So let's start with that. What differences have you noticed, and what do you consciously do?
See, like I said, I don't think there's too much difference, right, in any industry. It's either you're working with a good team or you're not working with a good team. And luckily, I've had the opportunity, like I was saying, of working with amazing people, amazing co-stars, whether it was Telugu. And I don't put too much thought into my career, I believe I'm a God's child. And when I started, there wasn't a thought that, oh, I'm going to do Telugu first and then I'm going to come to Hindi. I just kept doing the work that was coming to me. And that sort of paved the path for next work. And then when I did De De Pyar De and moved to Bombay, then it opened an avenue of films that I wanted to do there. And I wanted to do more, challenging roles or different roles, whether it was a Dr. G or a Runway or a Chhatri Wali or something that is challenging me as opposed to just, commercial films. I'm not saying I don't like commercial films. I love the Nach Gana, but you want a little more meat to your films also after a certain point. So I feel that journey for me has been beautiful. I embrace every bit of it, good, bad, ugly, amazing, because it's been my own journey. There was nobody telling me ki ye karo, ye mat karo, don't do that film, do that film. Every mistake has been a learning, and every achievement has been a self, thought of, self sort of worked upon on. So I'm just very grateful that I had the opportunity. Yeah. Beyond that, I don't think, and even now I don't think, what will I do? I don't know. I'll gravitate towards any script. I'm an actor. Language is no barrier. I would do it.
Because if one thing, again, not just because you're a cover star, but even if one more objective, one thing which anyone would have to agree with is that you have experimented. It could be genre like, as you mentioned, from Dr. G to a Kathputli to a far more commercial genre, so to say, to De De Pyar De. You have been experimenting quite a bit. So that you have done. But again, even if we move aside from the Hindi versus other industries for now, where do you see yourself, say, 5 years from now or 3 years from now? What is left?
All I know is that forget 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now, I want to still be working. And I think today cinema has evolved so much that there are actors like Kajol ma'am, Tabu ma'am, who are doing amazing work. Rani ma'am, they're still working and doing relevant work. And that's the kind of future I see for myself, or I hope rather, that, I get an opportunity to do, because I live for the camera. I don't know anything else. I love being on set. I love my work. And I hope that I continue to work for as long as I can. And hopefully have many more films. Yes, Kareena ma'am. I mean, she's an example of what has she not done? Yeah, she kills it in glam role even now. Then she does a Buckingham Murders. Like, she's amazing. And I think today the industry is offering so much. Overall, every industry is offering so many more opportunities because of different kinds of scripts that you can possibly have that kind of a journey. Well, of course, if you're focused and if audiences want to watch you, they play a very important role. Yeah.
I just want to return to your experiences in Hindi films and elsewhere very quickly, because one thing that often comes up with respect to films from certain regions, certain states, certain languages, is how certain issues are treated. Like, again, we don't have enough time to really delve into women in cinema and female characters in cinema. Again, what is regressive, what is progressive can also be somewhat subjective. But overall, based on your characters in Hindi films versus say in Telugu films? Do you feel you get the kind of roles you are happy with, you identify with?
Yeah, I feel that I have done some great roles even in Telugu. And, whether it was a Rarandoi Vedika Chuddam or Dhiran Adhikaram Mundra or my first film, Venkatadri Express, where I had a full-length role. And I feel like these are all conversations that look good as conversations. Ultimately, if you do not gravitate to a role, don't do it. There are all kinds of choices that you can make, right? If you think that, oh, I am not getting those kind of roles, or the industry is not making, aisa nahi hai. There is a Nayanthara, there is a Trisha, Samantha, who are still doing amazing work and not just dancing around the trees. And similarly in Hindi, like I said Tabu ma'am, Kareena ma'am. So there's always commercial film. Not every film is going to have you like taking a jhanda and like walking in the forefront. So there's some commercial films, there are some thrillers, there's some films that possibly you would be heading. And it's a choice that you sort of make, that how much of what do you want to do.
Of course, ultimately, it is that is prerogative to choose or to not choose what you want to do. But I'm sorry.
And overall, I feel the world is progressing towards films where there are meaty roles for women. I think overall that's been in the last couple of years. And actually, if you look at it, 80s, 90s had that. Somewhere in 2000s, we didn't. But 80s, 90s, whether you look at, or even before that, Madhubala or Himaji or Sri Devi, they had such amazing roles. Madhuri ma'am, Kajol ma'am, So somewhere in between we were lost, and now
especially in the case of Madhuri Dixit and Sri Devi ji, they were not just actors who had great roles, but they could actually headline films and carry films on their shoulders. That I guess that was lost out to an extent where for a while,
we cannot cover this in a 20-minute conversation. It is too deep a conversation, and I'm not someone who's going to blatantly say, it was, because all these things are very misconstrued. The world evolves, cinema evolves, and it's very, your society is a reflection of cinema and vice versa. And you will see that the trend that is happening in Hollywood today, it happened a couple of years back, where only big screen films were watched by people, is happening here today now. So, the world is evolving and cinema will constantly keep evolving, and there will never be one answer. It's like bell bottoms coming back in fashion. Is there an answer? We don't have that answer. So fashion goes, fashion comes back. Kind of films go, they come back. It's an evolving change, taste. It's a cycle.
Absolutely. But yeah, I hope there are certain gains that we've made. We can retain that and we can carry on. But yes, Rakul, thank you so much again. I'm sorry that you had to take out this time when you're not feeling too well. But yeah,
no, not at all.
Soon, and hopefully next time when we chat for a much longer time, and we can talk
absolutely,
absolutely, and
yes,
perhaps in person in our office, or we could
absolutely.
But yes,
would love to do that.
Look forward to the story, and please do go through our story. I hope we'll catch up again very soon, Rakul. It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Pleasure. Bye-bye.
Bye.